Hello and welcome back to Mass Effect Andromeda. My name is Wolverine, and when we left off, the Hyperion had just gotten back to the Nexus, and it's a bit of a ghost town. We don't really know why nobody's answering the call, why the place hasn't been finished built. So we've got to find that out. We are still in the very early game here, so I couldn't even save my game. I just had to sit through like 10 minutes of cutscenes, which is fantastic fun for me. But I've saved you that. Right, let's crack on.
You gonna be okay, Ryder?
The captain just called me Pathfinder. This is really happening.
Just take a deep breath.
I still can't believe Dad's dead. This should have been his moment.
But now it's yours. You just need to decide what you're gonna do with it.
Where do I start? I'm just not sure I'm ready.
We weren't ready to fall out of the sky on Habitat 7.
Wants to see a full duty
But we
roster.
survived that.
I just updated the charts.
Right. So, always keep a jump jet handy.
Okay, folks. This is what we've been waiting for. Let your teams know the docking procedures are now...
All stasis personnel report to duty stations.
So, for some reason, we're still getting the
Engineering reports Nexus coupling is
the subtitles from a conversation that's going on 2 hallways away on the other side of that door. It's just to reinforce the point that there are 20,000 colonists, and only like the core crew have been woken up to assist the rest of them. Because they're all going to the Nexus, which is where we're going on our little tram.
It'll be nice to see some friendly faces this time.
The Nexus runs a support crew, just enough to finish building the station and provide safe harbor for the Arks.
Means we can start waking our people up.
They built a bar, right?
Better be a
Gotta
pub.
have champagne for the welcome party.
You're expecting one?
After what we've been through, I could use a buzz.
We all could.
Yeah. Rough ride so far.
We'll bounce back. Real food and a shower are just ahead.
Oh, the door's there. Of course it is.
Here we are.
I don't see
I
any
don't see any champagne.
people, and the lights
Where
are
is
out,
everybody?
mainly. So this is the Nexus.
Well, this can't be right.
It's like everything's on standby.
If it's a surprise party, they're doing an awfully good job of it.
Oh no, not you. Oh,
See
for
what
goodness
the VI
sakes.
has to say.
This thing was in the original Mass Effect games. I was hoping, being on the other side of the galaxy,
Plants are still alive.
we wouldn't have to deal with this moron. Right, come on computer, what's going on?
Welcome to the Nexus, gateway to Andromeda. I'm Avina, a virtual intelligence designed to assist you with immigration.
Can you tell us where the welcome party is hiding?
I'm sorry, my code is limited to information and simple interaction simulations. Please select from the following pre-programmed responses.
Tell us about the Nexus.
What is the Nexus?
The Nexus serves as the central hub for the Andromeda
That's not what I was
Initiative
expecting.
colonization efforts. It is the first destination for all colonists upon their
I was kinda
arrival
hoping
in the new galaxy. Please enjoy the many
to be
venues the
like-
Nexus has to offer. As the station expands, it will one day serve as the seat of government for Milky Way colonists. Providing a safe, stable, and prosperous environment is our primary goal.
Not from the looks of it.
Yeah, what year is it? Maybe that'll come up with a relevant answer.
What year is it?
The current year is 2819. After spending over 600 years in stasis, it's normal to feel disoriented or confused upon arrival. Our helpful medical staff can assist with any physical or psychological after
Where are the
effects
staff?
you may be experiencing.
Well, she's got the date right, at least.
So where is
Doesn't
it?
seem to have that as an option.
That's all.
It has been my pleasure. Please see one of our helpful immigration
Where are they?
staff for further assistance. And welcome to your new home in Andromeda.
Oh
The
my
brightest
God.
star is you. current wait time for immigration processing is unknown error.
Right.
Yeah, she's
That was helpful.
completely useless, just as she always was. Ah, travelled the universe to avoid that thing.
Hello?
I really don't know what this glowiness is.
This place should be packed
Instead,
with
it looks
people.
like it's been set up for a fight. Oh, a person! Hello?
Hi there. We're from Ark Hyperion, and wondering where everybody went.
Did he hear you?
Did you
I
say
did.
an Ark? Yeah, we just got in.
And for what it's worth, your VI over there could use an update.
But we thought you were all dead.
What?
Or captured, or lost in dark space, or...
But you're here. You have no idea how much this means.
I don't believe it.
Ah, that man is a Taurian.
I'm Tyrion Candros. I lead our militia.
Militia.
On the Nexus.
I'm Ryder. This is Cora Harper and Liam Costa, part of the Pathfinder team.
I'm sorry for the confusion. Our sensors told us an Ark had arrived, but Helios is notorious for scrambling equipment. We thought you were
Well,
just another malfunction.
we're not.
Well, I've got a shipload of people that says we're here.
Of course, it's just you're the first Ark we've seen. After a year of waiting and no sign of the others, we shuttered this area and stopped looking.
You've been stranded for a whole year?
Longer. I'll fill you in on the way to Op Center.
Well, at least they're talking to us. Oh, we're running, okay.
Everything that could go wrong
That's
with
the
our
thing
plan
about plans.
We arrived 14 months ago. Right away, we hit a band of dark energy that knocked us off course.
We're familiar with it.
Then you'll know why we call it the Scourge. We lost whole sections of the station. A lot of people died. No power, no food. The chaos went on for months. It finally led to armed rebellion. When order was restored, the insurgents were banished.
Ah, yes, we've heard of those
Exiles.
accidentally.
Are things back to normal?
Not even close. But you're here now, so maybe the worst is over.
No word from the other Pathfinders?
No word from anyone, period.
Any threats from the locals?
So far, we've stayed hidden. We're here.
You guys go ahead. I'll check out the security situation.
You should know our command structure has been fractured. Some of us are filling in for leaders who died.
Is it true?
They said drop everything and report for duty.
And no one was expecting an Ark.
Well,
to
it
finally
kind of
show
was
up.
scheduled.
Docking procedures are green across the board.
Stand by to merge Hyperion power into the grid.
Well, at least you all have clothes.
The crew of the Hyperion.
Good luck.
I'm Jaren Tan, director of the initiative. You have no idea how much your arrival
We're here
means
to help.
us.
We've heard about what happened, and we're ready to help.
We could use any supplies you have. Food,
How?
water, we're short on everything.
This is Foster Addison. She oversees colonial affairs. Where's the Pathfinder?
He's dead.
You're looking at him.
You're not Alec Ryder.
My father's dead. He made me his successor.
Alec is dead. Please understand, the entire initiative is at risk. None of the Golden Worlds panned out. They're a bust, and there's been no word from the other Arks.
What happened to them?
Unknown. Our supplies are nearly depleted. Rationing bought us some time, but even that's running out.
We need to find more resources, but that takes people, and we can't wake them up.
Until they have somewhere to live.
There you go.
A golden world.
Now more than ever, we need a Pathfinder.
It now falls to you, Ryder. Are you up to the task?
No. I think leadership is called for. You have to sound like you're certain in situations like this.
I may not have been the first choice.
No, that's not what I wanted to say at
but I'm
all.
ready for this.
Youthful enthusiasm will only get you so
God
far in
damn it.
Andromeda.
That's a
No
lady.
way to treat a guest. I'm Nak Morkesh, superintendent of this station. Hope they haven't scared you off already.
It's nothing personal, but now isn't the time for on-the-job training.
At least the Pathfinder here seems willing to try. We could use a fresh perspective.
You've heard my concerns. I'll leave you to it.
Oh, these people are just rude, aren't they?
We're all feeling the pressure. Let's have a private word in my office, Ryder. We'll discuss giving you a scout ship. I'm happy to work out the details with your associate.
Yeah, I have a feeling using those shuttles for...
Welcome to the Nexus.
Thanks for your help.
Thank you for standing up for me there.
Hope's in short supply here. What little we can find should have a chance.
Ma'am, the
Stop
Hyperion
interrupting,
Corps is
you
now online.
rude idiot.
Let me show you something.
Bloody nameless.
An hour ago, that was all dark. But with the power from your ship, you're keeping the lights on. You have my vote.
And when the power runs out?
You'd best go talk to Director Tan. Make sure that doesn't happen. And don't be shy. Come see me when you have a chance.
Ooh, we have an outside now. It's all lit up. Isn't that lovely?
Taylor, where's Vetra at? The Hyperion is starting to send a tally of supplies. Handling something big, is she? I'll just organize this as it comes in and send it your way. You know what the priority needs are anyway. Thank you.
Hello, Console. We're going to be very good friends. We'll get you all
Love
fixed
it.
up and ready to go in no time. As soon as we hook you up to all that juicy, juicy power.
Right, let's familiarise ourselves with some of these people here. I'm going to be working with.
This is Nexus Control to Hyperion. It's good to have you here.
But what choice do we have?
Excellent.
How the hell
Let's
should
go
I
over the
know?
docking checklist, shall we?
Spender, you have a job. If you want
going
to
on?
keep it, do it. All right, what happened?
To who?
And your goddamn father. Sorry, my face is tired from dealing with everything. And right now, I just want to know what happened with Alec.
Yeah, kind of conscious decision.
In the moment, it saved my life. But it seems my father meant for me to get the role eventually.
It isn't hereditary. If we wanted an inbred monarchy, we could have
Rude.
left half our gene stock back home. Not home. The Milky Way. This is home. This mess. We don't have a lot of options, Ryder. Maybe you'll prove your father right. After 14 months of failed colonization...
You're
forgive me if
lacking
I
in
don't hold my
optimism and
breath.
leadership in a lot of ways. I find you very annoying. What's your job?
How do you fit into the Nexus leadership?
I oversee the actual settlement effort. As the number of outposts is currently less
But
than
you still
ideal,
bitch about
my
it.
influence is limited. As Tan is quick to remind me. Left a perfectly adequate career as a chief officer. Provincial capital, too. Only a new galaxy could pull me away. And
Well,
here we are.
pretty much everybody you were
idling.
involved with is now dead, so don't worry about it. I mean, it has been 600 years, that's fairly likely. Did you know my dad?
You called my father Alec. No one does that.
A lot of us joined the initiative because of his vision. What he shared of it, anyway.
Were you friends? Or...
I'm not your new mother, if that's what you're asking.
Thank God for that.
Or his friend. He hated that I didn't use his title. But no one's a pathfinder until they've path found something. Much like a colonial
She
director
is a
without colonies.
negative Nancy. Failing outposts.
You've had no colony successes in over a year. How many tries is that?
Less than you'd think. The Scourge, spoiled worlds, exiles, hostiles. We can't just plop down an outpost and expect picket fences. We need the Pathfinder and Sam to scout, evaluate, and inspire. The initiative promised a goal. Andromeda has not cooperated.
And if it had?
Beautiful utopian horseshit. Colonies that produce and support each other. The Nexus as Citadel, not headed by Tan, or even me.
So, you hate being a boss, and you don't want to be a boss, and you don't think Tan should be a boss. You're doing a lot of complaining. Do you know anything about this weird stuff we've found?
There's also the strange technology. Has anyone studied that?
We've tried. Not me. The brains in research. They're supposed to know their business. The current excuse? The tech we dug up on Mars was more advanced, but it was plug and go. The tech here thinks different? I don't know. We've mostly avoided it. And from what the Hyperion logs say about
Well,
Alex,
yeah,
maybe
it did
that's
kill
good.
him, but it also reversed the horrible effects on that planet, so maybe you should have studied it, because we've been here for a day and we've already changed an entire ecosystem, so on you. Okay, so what's with these exiles, the people who started a rebellion and all that?
There must be some kind of
Or the
plan for
aliens,
encountering
even.
hostile aliens. We can't have been that naive.
We expected life, not an enemy that refuses to talk. They don't attack, they disinfect. We're nothing until we're bacteria. Sorry, 14 months and you stoop to
Dear
poetry.
God.
That's how bad it is. Not sure who started it, but we're calling them Ket. Kandros will know more. Maybe too much.
You don't trust him?
I trust him to defend us. I do not trust a rising military influence in a
I think you're
supposedly
racist.
civilian initiative. We came here to make history, Ryder.
Oh,
not
humans are good at
repeat
that.
it. Goddamn poetry.
Well, you're a terrible leader and I hope you get fired soon. You really shouldn't be doing this job because A, you don't like it, B, you're no good at it. Goodbye.
Excuse me, Director Addison.
Ryder?
It's Pathfinder.
Ryder, we're starving here. If we don't get a foundation of outposts to feed the initiative, we might as well be 600 years dead. Alec promised a lot. None of it panned out. That's what you're up against. Why people won't trust you. Why I don't trust you. Prove me wrong.
I really hope you're the... Oh, I'm stood quite close. That's unsettling. I really hope you're the biggest asshole I meet today. Right, everybody else got a little talky thing. You don't. I like your hair, though. Ah, green guy. Oh no, you're a Taurian. You're just a green one. Don't see them very often. But apparently that one's not worth talking. Oh, stairs! Stairs! Oh, I forgot how... yeah. The walking animation, for some reason, doesn't work with these stairs. So if I walk... It's fine. Walks downstairs like a normal person. Yes? Normal, right? But if I run, as gamers are intended to, and you really shouldn't run downstairs, this happens. Oh, it didn't work this time, but it's one of the things this game was notorious for, and they didn't fix it in that patch either. You just seem to dance like a lunatic on your way down the stairs, like you're falling. It's absurd. I think it's a GIF. Information wall. Oh, doesn't that look inspirational? At least they've got power for that.
Hello, I'm Gian Garson, founder of the Initiative. It's through your hard work that the vision of the Nexus has come to life. You and all your colleagues bind our proud new colonies together. Look around at your achievements. And if you have any questions, my door is always open.
Founder Garson's office is located at workspace not allocated. Please select a topic.
Right, so she's the actual founder of the Andromeda Initiative. It's not Alec Ryder, our dad, as it is. Status, that'd be useful to know.
Integration from the Hyperion is ongoing. Personnel are still restricted to operations.
Okay. Do you know anything about me?
You are Employee Rider.
Salary code.
Code 19B. Active Pathfinder. Your supervisor is Director Tan. Based on current staffing needs, you will be eligible for paid vacation time in 587 days.
Seriously?
Why not plan on which beautiful colony you'll vacation on while you
Yeah,
wait?
there aren't any. Okay, what's the colony status then?
Viable planets capable of supporting life are key to our survival in Andromeda. The viability of a world is affected by several factors, including temperature, resources, threat levels, political stability, and so on. We have few viable planets currently within range. Resource levels are considered at risk.
Huh, I wasn't sure if you'd actually admit that you just have another data not found because they never considered things would be as bad as they are. Staff directory selection process. Don't care. Right, off. Ooh. Done. Yeah. So it's Gene Garson, who apparently doesn't have an office despite being the most important person here, which is an interesting fact in and of itself. Okay, so through there is the continuing story. I'm going to avoid that. Should be more people to speak to around here, I think. Ah!
What am I
What was
going
that?
to do?
What's up?
It's not
You're
right.
green too.
It's not fair.
What's wrong?
Oh my, you're... So it's true. A Pathfinder has
How do you
found
know I'm a
us.
Pathfinder?
There's hope at last. Maybe you could help. You're impartial. This whole thing
Am I wearing
has
a
gotten
badge?
so political. My husband, he's locked up and slated for exile for a crime he didn't commit.
What was the crime?
What exactly was he convicted of?
They don't exile you for petty theft. Well, maybe this bunch would. They say it's murder. They're calling him the first murderer in Andromeda, but the dead man was his friend. He wouldn't have... There are witnesses and evidence, but it's all circumstantial. At worst, it was an accident. His name is Nilken Rensis. He could give you the details if you were willing to speak with him.
Of course.
Please.
I've actually done this quest and... yeah,
I'd be happy to.
I remember it.
Oh, thank you. I'm sure the jailer will allow you a visit. Please, tell Nilken I love him.
First murderer.
Please be advised that Hyperion docking procedures are now complete.
What this? Apex status. Lieutenant, based on the status report 16C, it seems we're no closer to gaining a foothold in any sector. Without decent recon and greater intel on the enemy, I'm starting to think our efforts are futile. The risks involved and continued loss of resources and lives makes it hard to justify. With morale this low, we need to scale down expectations again. Kandros. Didn't understand a great deal of that. Kandros, you're the guy who introduced himself to us earlier. You seem like the nicest person we've met all day. Well, that Krogan was a nice person.
I know that look. The others bent your ear, did they?
Something like that?
You get used to it. Just focus on being a Pathfinder. Can't argue with results, though they'll try. Anyway, welcome to Militia HQ. Excuse the mess. This office fields militia work, Nexus security, and looking for the Turian Ark.
What's the word on the Turian Ark?
Scattered readings. Some indicate the Natanus was destroyed, others that people are alive. Who knows? If you need anything, come see me, even if it's just an event.
Yeah. That's 20,000 Taurians missing. That seems like a priority.
Are the other Turians managing okay?
So-so. We're not good at sitting around in a crisis. Service before self gets drummed into us at boot camp. It's probably why so many of us are in the militia. We like to earn our citizenship, whatever galaxy we're in. But it's hard to focus with our darkness.
Seeing as you're the militia guy, do you know anything about these enemies that we're calling the Ket? Which, I'm pretty sure that's hallucinogenic.
What do you know about the enemies we've encountered? The Ket?
We usually see them on worlds with those alien structures. The Ket don't take kindly to anyone studying them. Not sure why. They don't talk to us. Every time we cross paths, there's a fight or they take prisoners.
Why? What do they want?
No one knows. But I've seen their weaponry and what they do to those prisoners. I want them a long, long way from the Nexus.
So, it's fairly obvious what you are. It's fairly obvious why you're here. Well, it's not, but I don't really care. And it's fairly obvious what the militia do, so goodbye.
Bye, Kandros. Duty calls.
You and me both.
Does it say Pathfinder on me? No, it just says Andromeda. What makes me look like a Pathfinder? What does a Pathfinder look like? How do people know I'm Pathfinder? I find that quite annoying. You have very yellow hair.
Notice the handoff there. Too small for lizards. Pathfinder, no time for our beer yet. This place is a mess. Security is... Let's call it strained.
I can believe it. The Nexus is running on empty.
Not just that. A lot of the exiles were security. Everyone was trained and armed for Frontier. We know Cat are dangerous, and now we have to worry about our people too. No idea where they went, but they left mad.
Well, let's try and get them back if we can.
They were frustrated. If they just wanted to kill, they could have fought to the last here.
Apparently we're the big hope for everyone. Not the Hyperion showing. Just us. I'm with you. It's just...
We'll fix it.
a lot.
As long as the Nexus is here, as long as we're here, we have a job to do.
Double down crisis mode. I can do that. We can do that. Ready and willing, Pathfinder.
Who's your friend and why is her hair so disturbingly yellow?
Disembarkation procedures for Hyperion are on hold. Please await further instructions.
Security footage, not quite sure why I'd be looking at that. Oop, oop. No. Ooh, a container of stuff. Loot. A shotgun, I think. Some valuable stuff. Do I get arrested for taking all this stuff? No. Right, good. Goodbye. I have looted and I'm moving on. Who are you lot? Arms merchant shop. Arms merchant person. You have the best eyebrows in the business.
Weapons and stuff. I got you covered. Use the console to take a look through what I got. It'd be a lot easier if I weren't missing half my stock.
Ouch. Why am I paying for these?
Half the supplies are inaccessible, what with how we crash-landed and all. And I have to trade with the crooks out there for the rest, so...
Okay. So you sell guns and stuff. That's great. Well done. Don't care. Hello.
Please be advised that Hyperion...
Help you?
Pathfinder Ryder, here to see Nilken Rensis.
Ah, our murderer. Wife's here all the time. Guess she told you her sob story. Nilken, you're moving up in the world. There's a Pathfinder wanted to chat with you.
A Pathfinder, huh? They called in the big guns to exile Andromeda's first murder.
Are you?
Your wife's all broken up over this. She says you didn't do it, and that she loves you.
She's a wonderful person. At this point, it's too late. They found me guilty.
Why don't you tell me what happened?
I was part of the futile effort to set up a colony on Eos. We were on our last legs, overrun by hostiles, our leader dead. The security chief, Reynolds, my friend, he refused to call for evacuation. I argued with him.
And then he
Everyone
died?
saw.
So when he was killed, people assumed you did it?
For good reason. He ordered us to regroup and counterattack. We were moving through a sandstorm. I saw movement, thought it was the Ket, and I guess I panicked and fired. Witness saw the chief's
So yeah,
chest
it was
explode.
unintentional.
Sounds like an accident.
That's what I told them. But I was enraged when we argued. There's a recording. It's ugly. Everyone's certain I did it on purpose so we could evacuate. Only my word.
I'm sure there's more evidence than that.
Don't throw in the towel yet. I'll review the evidence.
I definitely
Maybe
have
can
time
find
for
something
this.
that'll help.
That would be great. You're a Pathfinder. I'm sure Kandros would give you access. Maybe there's still hope.
Yes, I definitely have time for your one single problem when I've got 20,000 humans, 20,000 Taurians, and all the other Arks to consider. And we all have no food or water. But I'll deal with your problem now. Welcome to Mass Effect, everybody.
No news on the Turian Ark yet? Or is this
No,
militia
we were
business?
talking about that a moment ago, if you recall.
I spoke with Nilken Rensis, the man found guilty of the murder on Eos.
Yes, our first murder here in Andromeda. I wish it had been our last. When the colony attempts failed, it didn't help spirits that a high-ranking officer was killed by one of our own. The mutiny here on Nexus was probably inevitable,
Oh, I
but
see.
this acted as a spark.
So that's why you're all pissy about it. Yeah, you are
It doesn't seem right to put all that on him.
Of course it isn't, but that's the perception. Despite the lack of physical evidence, everything added up. His only defense was, trust me,
Why
I
didn't you trust
mean
him?
to do it.
And you assume he's lying?
What's a lie to a murderer? Look, knock yourself out. A key witness, Cassidy Shaw, works in operations. Go ahead and talk to her. And there's a recording of the perpetrator threatening the victim. I'll let you cue it up on the console there. As far as I'm concerned, this case is closed.
You're a nice guy.
Bye, Kandros. Duty calls.
You're a nice guy, but you're a terrible investigator. So is this the recording? So this is the ugly recording that definitely makes him guilty, yeah?
The Nexus versus colonist Nilkin, evidence 7A.
Hiram! Hiram! They've seized the compound! Call for evacuation! We're not giving up, Nilkin. We're taking it back. No! I'm not letting your ego get us killed! Even if I have to... No! Get him off me! Get him off me!
I can see why they think he killed him. And there's the wife there, just listening to it, not bothered at all. There's somebody in operations we can speak to about it, apparently. I'm not sure if that stairs thing was like a hangover from a different game. An earlier game, I feel like it might have happened in a different one.
Alright, moving on.
Cassidy Shaw, you're the person we need to speak to. I'd like your hair.
Cassidy Shaw? I'm Ryder. I'm looking into the Nilkin murder case.
Oh man, I thought that was over with.
Yep.
Have you heard the audio recording of their fight?
Yes.
I helped pull him off Chief Reynolds. You could see it in his eyes. He was gonna kill him. Then in the sandstorm, I had a pretty clear view of the chief. He looked right at Nilkin and shouted no. Then his chest burst open. I'll never forget it. The look on his face was pure shock.
Huh. So it's also your testimony, although I heard a few words that were uncertain in that. I've been in actual court. You need to listen very carefully to what people say. So your opinion seems to be fixed. Yeah.
Did you see any cat in the vicinity?
Nilkin said so, but not that I could see. Still, the sandstorm was severe.
So
Visibility
it's
wasn't
possible
great.
there was a third party involved. Does Nilkin show regret?
Did Nilkin seem remorseful?
I lost sight of Nilkin in the turmoil. When we found him, he seemed in shock. He couldn't speak. He looked nauseated. Could have been guilt. The reality of
Intentional or otherwise, that's a normal response for somebody who's not a psychotic. Okay, explain that shock if you can a bit further.
If they'd fought and Nilkin threatened to kill him, why was Reynolds surprised?
Fronts fight, say things they don't mean, maybe even hurt each other. But you don't expect your best friend to shoot you. To me, that's the saddest part. The Chief's heart was broken right before it exploded.
Feels like you've got your mind made up, but if I don't ask this question, I don't think the quest can proceed.
Reynolds was leading you back to retake the compound. Did you agree with that?
It wasn't my place to agree or disagree. He was ranking officer. In retrospect, it is ironic. If he hadn't been killed, we all probably would have died.
I appreciate the information.
Of course. It kills me we had to leave him behind.
Oh.
He deserved a proper funeral.
So the body was never examined? Important piece of a murder investigation.
Tan wouldn't allow a mission to go back for him.
Well, it
It
looks
was
like
too
I'm
dangerous.
speaking to Tan about that, but I have more pressing matters to start with. And also, we're coming up on an hour. Half an hour even. So, we've arrived. We've got things to do and people to speak to. And we have missions and adventuring to do. Right. If you have been, thank you for watching. I have been Wolverine. This has been Mass Effect Andromeda. Tatty bye and stay safe.